Hey, it's 8:20, Big 550 KTRS. Gail Pennington, who, while the rest of us watched NFL football all weekend long, Gail Pennington, TV critic with STLtoday.com, seemed like, Gail, you watched every single news minute and reported back on your blog or your column.
Just yesterday morning, until it finally died down a little bit. I did click around among all the newscasts.
What were some of your highlights?
Well, I ask this every time. Do we really still need closings on screen?
I don't.
Aren't there other ways for people to find that out?
There's a radio station in town that I used to work at, but I'm not going to mention it. They still read the closings on the air.
I woke up to that yesterday, and I thought, oh, no. What, is it 1974?
I mean, how embarrassing. Look, you want the school closings, they're all over the place. Go to KTRS.com and you can find your own personalized closing if, for some reason, the organization you're worried about doesn't have their own text message, Facebook,
of course
Twitter.
They already texted and emailed you.
It's unbelievable.
Right.
I know. It's like the 20th century around here.
I also don't think that when weather is as bad as it was yesterday, you need 100 news crews.
We don't need 100 news crews?
Out on the streets, driving around, risking their lives.
I think you should do a story where the news crews have the live broadcast of them driving down the street. Is that one person driving while filming, or is there two people in that truck?
I'm sure there are two.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
They
should also, instead of having school closings or closings, they should have openings, because that would also be faster.
Well, that would be much faster, wouldn't it?
Yes. All right.
The closings are sponsored, and so they're getting money for running them.
Well, that's true, too. All right. So we had football, and then we had Downton Abbey last night.
We did. Did you see it?
You know what? Should I get into Downton Abbey?
Oh, you need to start back at the beginning.
Really?
Right.
My sisters just could not stop talking about how great it was.
It's true. It's the greatest.
Was last night? It
was the 2-hour season premiere, and so a lot of stuff happened.
Okay. All right.
But we're not going to spoil it for people who might have recorded it while watching, football or something.
Yesterday, I was watching, speaking of great television shows, that Downton Abbey is one of these we're going to have to start binge watching, like I watched Breaking Bad. I was watching Saving Private Ryan yesterday, and Eisenberg was one of the generals in the early part of Saving Private Ryan.
That's true. He's been around a lot.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. You're a meth dealer working on the front lines of the U.S. Army. What's going on there? All right, so Downton Abbey starts its 7th season. Also, The Bachelor begins this.
The Bachelor had a pre-show last night.
I watched it.
Some of those women, they were making fun of them, weren't they?
Well, they were making fun of them. Then they had a nice little tribute to Gia, who passed away. I'm already over Juan Pablo, though.
Are you? Why?
Yeah, this whole January and Juan Pablo, it's played. And I'm going to make a prediction here for this season of The Bachelor.
Okay.
I predict that some of the women are going to have a hard time. There might involve some crying, some screaming, and some a little bit of cattiness.
And possibly locking oneself in the bathroom and having a breakdown.
And one of them might even threaten to leave early, but I'm not sure on that one.
Ooh, one of them might actually leave early.
All right.
Have the St. Louis woman on?
Do they have a St. Louis girl on?
There's a St. Louis woman on. She's a nurse from St. Louis.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Do we know how far she goes?
No, we don't.
Does she at least make the first cut?
I believe I saw her in a cocktail party scene, but I'm not sure.
All right.
Where she goes after that.
Do we know where she's a nurse from?
Yes, but I can't tell you. I mean, I do know, but I just don't remember.
Oh,
One of the big hospitals in St. Louis.
Gotcha. All right. What else is going on this week we should pay attention to?
We've got a lot of premieres this week. The new Josh Holloway show, Intelligence, premieres Tuesday on CBS. He was Sawyer on Lost.
Okay, he's back.
I don't much like it. Mark Helgenberger's in it, too. He plays a man who has a chip implanted in his brain that makes it function like a computer.
Seems like, all right, well, good luck to Josh Holloway. Much better as Sawyer on Lost. But, all right, that's Tuesday.
And then also on Tuesday, ABC has Killer Women, which is Tricia Helfer of Battlestar Galactica as a female Texas Ranger.
Now they're just making it up.
Uh,
The first female Texas Ranger. Okay, what position does
yes,
she play?
It
Is she a
actually
pitcher?
is kind of a fun show where she drives fast cars with a country music soundtrack.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else? What's this Chicago PD? Is that any good?
Spin-off of Chicago Fire,
All right.
which I don't like, and I really don't like the spin-off. It's very, melodramatic, old-fashioned police work.
I like the previews look good.
It just might not be my thing,
Right.
because,
You
I
don't
was
like cop
sort of
shows.
spoiled by Hill Street Blues. I haven't really loved a cop show since.
You didn't like NYPD Blue after that?
Oh, of course I did, and Homicide Life on the Street.
Yeah. So.
This isn't any of those shows.
All right, fair enough. And then
Right.
the Golden Globes is
The
this
Golden
week.
Globes are Sunday.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
A new show on HBO starting Sunday called True Detective that I'll have a full review of in Sunday. It's Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson.
Oh.
It's the next big thing on HBO.
What's it called?
True Detective.
And so they're going to do an HBO series?
Yes.
Plot thickens.
And it's set in Louisiana. They're both great. Of course.
Woody Harrelson is an interesting guy.
Isn't he?
He has like 15 kids, and he lives in Hawaii, right?
You know more about. Have you been reading your Us Weekly?
No, I have. Well, I haven't. Of course, I read it every week. But Woody Harrelson, started off as that sort of quirky little bartender on Cheers, but has sort of, created a niche for himself as sort of taking on interesting projects.
He's quirky in real life too.
He is quirky in real life. All right, Gail. When can we read you? When can we see you?
Well, I'm back all week with my TV picks, and I'll be in the Friday Go section with a winter TV preview that's got lots of dates in it.
You should do a story on why these so many reality shows like St. Louis people.
Because the company that produces the shows is in St. Louis.
No, the company. What? Well, I know Cool Fires is here.
And No Coast, so two of them.
So No Coast. Who's funneling all these women to The Bachelor?
Oh, I just think the casting people have used up all the women in California, and they've been forced to branch out.
Oh, all right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Gail Pennington, TV critic extraordinaire. She would Skype, but she has to put her face on this early
That's
in
right.
the morning. Gail, stay warm, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay.
STLtoday.com is where you find her. It's where you read her. Don't forget about Tube Talk and all that. Gail Pennington, TV critic from STLtoday.com. 827 traffic, weather, all straight ahead. Big 550.